Thank you for joining me again for my 2016 makeup use up finale, plus what I'm going to be using up in 2017. So I'll be doing another makeup use up in 2017. I wasn't going to do this, but then I thought, you know, I did it last year. I didn't do great, but I didn't do horribly either. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling those products out. And the first thing I have actually is this Marcelle New Age Beauty 8-in-1 primer. Not primer, I'm sorry. This 8-in-1 serum, and I cut the top off and I used my beauty scraper and I got every last bit of this out. This 8-in-1 is like super moisturizing. I do have a backup, so I'm not worried. I do have a backup container of this. This probably is currently my favorite, absolute favorite serum, especially at night. When I use my Retin-A, I like to use a really moisturizing serum and then my heavier moisturizer. That way the Retin-A doesn't like kill your skin, but this is like super, super nice. It's already been featured in an Empties video. I really love this, and so I was able to use every last bit right down to taking the top off the tube. So I was successful with this one, so yeah, I love this stuff. It was up to here when I started the year out, and so I got quite a bit of wonderfulness out of that tube already. The other thing I had was the Marcelle New Age Precision Day Cream. Now, I did not use that. I ended up using a whole bunch of Elizabeth Arden products and a whole bunch of other moisturizers that I already had that were older than that. So I do have that in my cabinet, but I did put that on the back burner. The other thing that I have no new update on is the Freeman Golden Grains Brightening Mask. Anyway, the mask is to here. I did rearrange my Alex drawers, and so yeah, I'm gonna have to find, yeah, no, it went right back in there. How about that? My mask drawer is overflowing because I bought a bunch of masks when I was in Florida. All right, so the other thing I had was Dr. Brandt BB Cream. I think I may have taken a picture of that because I don't have the container. I did use that. It was the Dr. Brandt BB Cream with Flexitone. And I know I featured it in Empties. It was dark. It was supposed to adjust to your skin tone, and it just never did. And you know what? I think I threw it out without putting it in my makeup thing. I can just tell you that I did finish it right down to the last bit, which I didn't think I was going to do, because the color was so freaking dark. I mean, it was like ridiculously dark. And it didn't adjust to my skin color, so I had mixed it with something very light, which was at the time my Neutrogena foundation I was also trying to use up. Alright, so next in this is Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and this is where I am with that. So I guess I'm about halfway. I really need to use this a little faster because I have another bottle. So now that I am going to be using, hopefully you'll see my, or if you haven't seen it yet, watch my palette, project palette for 2017. I'm hearing that those are much powderier shadows, and I know the Pure palette, which we also got, is also very powdery. So I'm going to probably use this a lot more just to seal that makeup on so it doesn't all like fall off. And I don't know, where does makeup go? Like, you go to work, you know, you come home and your makeup's gone. Where does it go? So anyway, I'll probably be using that a lot more. And so I'm not going to put it in any project. I'm not sure if it's in another, I think it might be in another project. Might be in my 100 pan with LS. Anyway, next thing is Mica Beauty Eye Primer, and I didn't use very much of this, but I am moving it into my makeup use up for 2017 because it's getting old. It's a really nice eyelid primer. It costs $44. I got it in a beauty bag, so I didn't pay that, but that's what the retail value of this thing is. I don't want to see it go bad. It would be like tragic if it went bad and I threw it out. It would just be wrong. All right, so the next thing is my NYC Smooth Skin Powder. I made great progress with this. You can see that it's down a lot. I'm gonna see if I can find the original picture of this from the beginning of Makeup Use Up 2016 and see if I can post it here, because it's just a huge difference. These little bits, these edges, they do tend to break off when you start to hit pan, and the thing is that what I did is I ground them up and I used my biggest powder brush to use those little bits. I wanted to make sure I used every bit of the powder. This is another thing that ends on February 15th, and if it's not gone by then, which I'd be surprised if it isn't, I'm just going to throw it out. Next thing is Makeup Forever HD powder. Mother effer, how much do I hate this stuff. I hate this stuff. I don't know why I keep using it. Anyway, I'm a little bit down below that line there, and I'm not going to move this into 2017. I have a different powder for that. I'm just going to keep this. What it does is it sucks the moisture right out of your skin. I don't know why it works that way for me, but it does. And like lines that you couldn't see before you put it on all show up when you start smiling. Guess I'm not supposed to smile. Anyway, I just haven't mastered the whole, I'm over 40. I'm well over 40. In fact, I'll be telling you my age soon. I'm way over 40, so I have all these issues under my eyes that I just haven't mastered handling yet. So anybody out there who's got like the perfect trick for not creasing the hell out of your under eye makeup, please feel free to make suggestions, because this is killing me. I have every concealer under the sun. Everything except the Tarte Erase Tape, which I can't believe is really any different from like any of the other expensive ones that I have. So anyway, if you have any tips, please feel free to share them. Okay, so the other thing I had in here was my Ulta Chubby Stick in Sugar and Spice, and you can see that it's down now below there. That's how much is in this, but when I got into this challenge, when I put it in, it didn't go below the line like that. So I did make really good progress with this. Eventually it'll be gone and I'll be heartbroken, because they changed the formula when they brought it back, and so Sugar and Spice is not quite the same. The color is just slightly less brown and slightly more red. You know what? If I didn't have it already, I would not notice the difference, but I have it, and so when I bought another one, I could really see the difference. I was like, no! Alright, so next is my Elizabeth Arden lipstick in Plum Pearl. This has been a perennial thing in my makeup basket. It doesn't look like I made any progress, but I really did. You can see how far down the tube it is. Still smells good, still performs well, so even though this is my oldest lipstick, I will keep using it until it's gone. It just won't go into another project. LA Girl Concealer, I actually had a problem with that. I went to use it and it all separated. So I did open a new one, but I didn't bother to put it in here because it just was, I had to throw away the original one, and then I have a brand new one, so it doesn't make any sense. I did use it quite a bit. Now the Rimmel Match Concealer I have made massive progress on. And you can see I put a clip on it just to keep it from backing up, but you can see that I went from like having a pretty full tube at the beginning of the 2016 use up, and now it's down to there. One of the things that especially Catherine Pye and I have done over the last year is put everything that we have that's not cruelty free into these challenges so that we use them up and, you know, like they're gone, because we want to have only cruelty free stuff. I only buy cruelty free now. And the next thing is a Cella eyebrow pencil. There's not a lot left, but I'm afraid to roll it up any more than that because I think it's like right at the end, and so like it goes down really far when I wind it back down, so I'm really afraid that it's just gonna, like, this is one of my favorite pencils. I'm afraid it's just gonna fall out and be done with. Oh, I thought I put the Cella eyebrow gel. Yes, I did. And I just put that in my empties because it's done. And that is this Cella eyebrow gel. There's like nothing coming out anymore. Like, I just see nothing but space when I look past that. It doesn't make sense to pop the stopper out of this because then you end up, if there's anything in there, which there's really nothing coming out on this brush, but if there was anything in there, you just have chunky, lumpy stuff that you'd be putting on your eyebrows. And what's the point of that? But anyway, this is empty. I was pretty sorry to see this go, but at the rate that these beauty boxes give you stuff, I'm sure I'll be getting another eyebrow gel soon. Now what I have left is just the products that were finished, which was a lot. I finished the Maybelline Brow Drama. I did not take a picture of that, unfortunately. The EOS Lip Balm. I didn't take a picture of that either. I do think I have a picture of this one, the L'Oreal Age Perfect Age Renewal Oil. That I used right to the last, like, the bottle was completely empty, not even a drop left. The Marcel New Age Comforting Foaming Cleanser, I did use that up as well. Physicians Formula CC Cream and Light. You may remember that I did a empties video, and that was one of the things that was finished, and that's actually my favorite CC cream. And the New Age serum, and the Dr. Brandt BB cream with Flexitone. So I did finish quite a number of things in the makeup use up. I would say, looking at this list, I used up about half of what's on this list. And so I'm pretty proud of that. I'm really glad that I did that. And now I have the products for my 2017 makeup use up. So here are the products that I am going to be using up in my 2017 makeup use up. And I'm going to go over each one of these products one at a time. So starting at the top, I should not start at the top. Well, I have to start at the top because this box is so overloaded. So I did put my L'Oreal powder in here. This is my oldest blush and highlighter, and it's from L'Oreal. They don't even market this anymore. It does have a dip in it that's not really visible. I'm just going to have show it head on for future updates, because I do expect that I will hit pan soon, and then as soon as I hit pan, the product will probably go pretty fast. Now what I use for this is I use this e.l.f. brush. By the way, this was like $4 or $5 at CVS. If you can get your hands on one of these brushes, you should do it. It's like one of the best, thickest brushes that I've ever had. Some people use them for foundation, which I can certainly see would work. But anyway, what I do, and you can see the light and dark on here, is I run the brush along the colors like this, and I pick them up, and I have the light color on top and the dark color, and then I just kind of swirl it all together anyway. So, but anyway, that works really well for this, and I think this now that I'll be concentrating on it over this year, I think I'll be able to get that done. If not, I have to toss it because it is like 6 years old. It's one of my oldest things. I also have this mica eye primer. You can see that there's a little tiny bit of a dip in this product. This was like $44. I have more than one of these, and I really feel like I need to use this up because it's gonna go bad. You know, people out there who say, oh, that's really expensive, so I'm gonna save it. Don't save it, because stuff goes bad. I have 3 concealers. I have the NYX concealer. I'll start with that one. It's a solid, and I used it only a couple times. It's about 2 years old, and I do want to use this up. It's still creamy. It's slightly correcting. It's got a very slight peach tone, and it looks really nice on. I just have to master using it. And I have been watching a lot of videos with people on YouTube. I watch more YouTube than regular TV, by the way, which I'm sure a lot of you do, but I found that a lot of people are using a brush like this. And so, you know, to apply that kind of heavier product, and so I'll try that and we'll see how that goes. Another, this is Physicians Formula. If you could see what I see, the light, there's only like this much product left. So I put it in here. It's one of those products that if you wear it on camera, it just looks dreadful. But in real life, when you're not under the camera lens, it looks really nice and it looks like normal skin. I also have this Neutrogena lightener. It's like it matches my skin tone so well you can't even really see it. But it's one of those things that you put on, like I'm starting to get a little dark here. So let's try that. You know, you put it on in areas that are starting to show like a little darkness again, or that you need a little bit of a highlight. So I'll be using this up over the course of the year. It's one of my last non-cruelty free items. Moving on to the powder that I'm going to be using. Well, you know, and I'll go over the BB cream first. I'll also be using up this Physicians Formula BB cream. I did take this to Florida with me, so you can see that I did use it quite a bit, but I can still feel product all the way up here, and so I don't have a white Sharpie, which I am going to have to get at some point. So I'm just going to say that it's starting like right here. Now for the powder that I'm going to be using, this is also Physicians Formula, and they don't make this one anymore. It's a translucent powder. It's called Oopsie Daisy. You can see I hit pan there and a little tiny bit there. So this is what I'm starting at for 2017 use up. And I know that once that flour goes, then the rest of the powder is going to start to go. So I know I can finish this powder in 2017. One blush in here. And that is this Doll 10. It is a cream blush. This came in an Ipsy bag, and you can see that I've made marks in it, and you can see that there's progress, but I have not finished it. And you can see there's a little bit of a dip. I would really like to finish this year. This is already a year old, so it's getting to be too old to keep. So at the end of 2017, whatever part of it is not done is going to go in the garbage. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is my favorite eyeshadow. I did include one single eyeshadow because I really wanted to try to show every part of the face that you could, make up. So, and everything in here is makeup. No face creams and stuff like last time. But this is my favorite eyeshadow. It's called Luna. It's from Ulta, and I have not been able to find it on their website. I know from experience that when they bring something back, a lot of times they change the formula. This is a little bit of a duochrome, but I can't find it anywhere. But even though I didn't want to use it up because I know I'm going to miss it so much, I have to use it up. Anyway, it looks green, it looks teal, it looks blue. It's like when you move it around, it looks different colors, and I just love it. I wish they would bring it back. Anyway, again, that is Luna. So if you ever see that anywhere, let me know and I'll go buy it. All right, so the next thing is a brand new thing, but I want to put it in here anyway, and that is this Manna Kadar stuff that I got in my Beauty Fix box. This is like an eyeshadow highlighter, does like everything. So it's a good, oops, it's a good all-around product. Not that easy to open, as you can see. Anyway, it's a highlighter and it's an eyeshadow, and it's light and dark and freaking gorgeous. It's just, all I've ever done is just swatch it, but you can see it on my finger. It's just so beautiful. So that I'm going to include. If I don't finish this over the course of the year, it won't be that old after the year is up, and I'll probably keep it because powdered products, they last a little bit longer. So I also have a cream highlighter that does have to be done this year. This is a totally organic one that I got in a Good Being box. This is from Illume. I'll put the names of all the products in this down below, okay? And we'll keep a list, and that way I can keep a running list of what's gone when it gets gone. So anyway, it does have a very slight dip in it, but only very slight. So this is going to be in the 2017 Makeup Use Up. Another sort of strange, I have two primer things and, you know, face primer things. Well, this is actually an eye thing. This is from Smashbox, and this is under eye primer. Now, I don't know how fast I'm going to use this up because, quite honestly, you just use like the tiniest bit. I don't know that it's really doing anything though. Like, I don't know that it really smooths this area out before you apply makeup. I just haven't had an experience that was like, wow, that's awesome. But I do want to use it up, and maybe that will happen for me. So this is going to take forever to use. So I don't know, the full size must take like a lifetime. Next thing is a face primer, and this is Murad, and it is Invisablur. Now I know the full size is like hugely expensive, but I have 2 or 3 of these, and it has not reached its expiration date yet. I should check the other tubes just to make sure that they haven't. And I really do want to use this up. Now, I think this might have caused a little bit of skin irritation the first time I used it, but it could have been something else, because sometimes I shouldn't, but sometimes I try more than one new thing at a time. Alright, so I have 2 pencils, and then I have 6 lip products. I am going to include this lip liner, which is like, I have to measure all these things on an index card, but it's really gotten small. But I'll measure all these things, and this is in the color Silk, and it is an Ofra lip liner. I also have a liner by Cynthia Rowley. I got this in a Birchbox. This was like, you could see her name, her full name, but now it's like starting to, the C is now not visible. Maybe we could use that as our measuring mark. But what I do with the silver silver eyeliner, God forbid you put on your lips, is I'll line my eyes in black, and then I'll put like a light silver line just above that. And people look at you and they can't quite figure out what you have on that looks so good. So I know that when this is gone, I will probably buy another one just because it's that nice. Now I have 6 lip products. 2 of them are not cruelty-free. The other 4 are. But I'll go over the non-cruelty-free ones first. Now, I have this L'Oreal lip cream, and this was one of the first liquid lipsticks I ever had. Now it's not this color. The original one I had was a lighter color, and it started to smell wrong. This one is newer. I think it's only like 3 years old, maybe. Still smells and wears very nicely, and so this window is permanently marked because I'll never be able to see what I'm at, so it'll just be based on when the wand comes out clean and not. This one's also not cruelty free. This is a NYX Big Bold, or whatever the hell it's called. Let's see, Big Bold, yeah. Anyway, this has been another challenge, and it is to here. And it is very big, and it's very light, and it's really beautiful, and I'm sure I'll be able to use that up in 2017. If it's not gone by the end of the year, it will have to go in the trash because that is probably about 3 years old. I also have this melted lipstick, and it is down to right where the mark is, and so I plan to use that up. I also have a lip cream from e.l.f. in the color Michael, and you can see that this was also in a project pan, and it is to there. You can't really see it very well, but it is to there. This is a brand new, never used Laura Geller lip gloss, and I really just didn't want it to go bad, and so I put it in here. That's probably a year old. I have a lot of old products that I really have to get through, which is one of the things that's great about project panning. And I also have this NARS Chubby Stick, and this was a birthday gift. It was either from Ulta or could have been Sephora, I'm not sure which. My battery's dying. So it's good that I'm actually done now. So those are the products that I am going to be panning in 2017. I'll put a listing down below of all of these products so you can see what they are, and you know, look and review and see what I'll be using up in 2017. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. In the next couple days, I'll type up a list of everything that's in this box. I'm going to keep it separated from everything else, and this will be my makeup use up for 2017. So thank you for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary, and come back again. There's going to be a lot of good stuff coming up. Have a beautiful evening. Good night.